everyone, so we just walked back in the house from a birthday party, and it was so fun. There was a water bounce house, there was like air baseball, there was a water table for the little ones, there was all the like birthday party food, and it is so hot today. It's gonna be 102 tomorrow, which is just mind-boggling because it was like 70 yesterday. So I have a lot to say about books, but I am going to feed my kids actual lunch and not just sugar. And I'm going to do a handful of things. And then hopefully during nap, I will sit down and chat with you guys about all the bookish things. I just wanted to say hi, and that we have been, it's already afternoon, almost afternoon, because birthday party madness. We're going to go to 2 birthday parties this morning, but it didn't happen. So one is enough for today. And yeah, so I will check in later with book updates. Hey everyone, so it is many hours later. It's like 3:30 now, and we did lunch. And you guys, I made like a bean and cauliflower curry thing because I'm the only one in my family, I think, that likes curry. There might be one kid that does, but I put red pepper in it and stuff because I love spicy food and I love curry. And I am a big salad eater. I eat a lot of salad because it's just mindless. Like, I can not have to think about it. And like, sometimes if I make food, like a meal I make, the kids will eat it all or something. And so like, I just will make a salad with every single meal. And it is just something that is easy, and I don't have to think about it, and I don't care. I'm one of those people who like live to eat, not eat to live. No, I eat to live, not live to eat. I don't care what I eat. I could eat the same meal every day for every meal, and I would not care because whatever. But I now with this like lettuce bacteria breakout or whatever, I'm eating more like stuff that I like, even if I'm making it just for me. And so I made it, and it was pretty good. It was a little like gritty, and I'm not sure why. But also like my husband was like, so if you love it, that's going to be a problem. If you don't love it, that's also going to be a problem, because I made it, so I'm the only one that is going to eat it. So if I don't love it, I have a lot of food to eat. If I do love it, I don't follow recipes. I don't at all. And this one, I like had an ingredient list and just kind of made it up, and kind of had an ingredient list, kind of followed it. And so my recipes are very hard to replicate because it's just whatever I feel like at the time. And so good news is it was good, but not one that I'm like, ooh, we have to make that right away. But also not one that I'm upset that I have a whole skillet to eat by myself. So, yeah, did that, and then went and like got everybody relaxed down for quiet time. Big girl's reading, little girl's napping, all that kind of stuff. And then I came downstairs, and like 10 minutes later, the baby woke up. So I got a couple reviews done, and then got like my head wrapped around filming a little bit this weekend. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to film my book haul revisit this weekend. And then you guys can vote. Obviously, I won't read whatever book you guys vote on in July. I will read both in August, July and August's. So, yeah, I'm going to film that. I'm going to film my 2-week wrap up. And then for my anticipated video, that is the video that takes me the longest to film. It is the most like labor intensive. It's not hard to edit now that I do the like iPad method, but it's really hard to prep for. And so I think what I'm going to do instead is make that, at least this month, a Patreon exclusive. And I may not do the video. I may just list the titles with the genre and give that to my patrons and do that there, because I don't think I'm going to have time to prep and film that whole video this weekend. And after this weekend, it becomes kind of redundant and not as applicable because it'll already be August. So that's a bunch of behind the scenes stuff that you don't care about. So let's talk about books. So I finished Everyone Here is Lying by Sherry LaPina, and I really enjoyed this book. I love Sherry LaPina. I think she does the popcorn thriller-y domestic drama kind of thing so well, and this was no different. So this book is about a man named William, I think was his name. Yes, William is a doctor, and he is really well respected in the town, etc. He's married to Erin, I think is her name. I don't remember. I may be botching names, but I think it's Erin. They have two children. They've got a son and then a 9-year-old daughter named Avery. And now Avery struggles in school. She is just got like some sociopathic tendencies. whatever, maybe not sociopathic, but she definitely has like ADHD. She has oppositional defiant disorder and different things. So the book opens and William is having an affair with his neighbor, who is also somebody who works at the hospital, or volunteers at the hospital, and they're having an affair. She calls it off and he goes home, sees his 9-year-old daughter unexpectedly there, gets really mad at her. He's got kind of a temper, so he hits her, and then he leaves and leaves this 9-year-old alone. And so then later, the son comes home and sees that the little girl is not there, and something has happened. So the little girl has gone missing. So what happened? Was she taken? Did she run away? All the things. And the dad immediately lies to the police about having seen her after school. And so immediately, like, we don't know what happened. It kind of cuts to black, fades to black for us too after he leaves. And so we don't know what happened to her. We don't know if he is innocent or not. Of course, he becomes one of the main suspects because why did he lie? And everybody on the block is a suspect, basically. There's somebody in each family that could have taken her, and why? And is she a victim or not? And this book, like, it was so interesting. You do find out relatively early in the plot who done it. But the twist kept coming, and I just really liked it. It's hard to say much. I don't want to say much more, honestly, because I don't want to lead your brains down any sort of path. But this was one that was just so fun to go along for the ride. I read it, obviously, in like a day, and it was very good. So I would recommend, if you have not read Sherry LaPena, this was a good one. So there were a couple things about it that I didn't love. Like, it's a 4-star, definitely not a 5-star, but overall, this was a really good read. And then I picked up Tear Me Apart by J.T. Ellison. So I thought for sure I had read J.T. Ellison, and I don't think I have. I think this is my first one, and I'm maybe a quarter of the way through. This is a big one. It is Big Book Summer, and it is so good so far as well. It is a thriller, I think. So far it's not. So far it's just like a family drama. It is following a skier. She is Mindy. She is 17, I think, and she is like competing in really high level like downhill skiing. There's mentions of Lindsey Vonn and other people who are like her idols, and so she's about to do this big run. She's in first place, like this will secure her Olympics and all that kind of stuff, and she gets hurt. So she gets hurt. I don't know what all does this say. Okay, I will say so she gets hurt and breaks her leg, and so she has to go into surgery, and they discover that she has cancer. So when they do the blood work and everything before she has surgery, they discover she has cancer. So now there's both of these things going on. She's trying to like reconcile what this leg break means for her career, as well as now what this cancer diagnosis means. And for me, this book is like I'm hooked, and I'm emotionally invested because the mom, like, as she's going into surgery for her broken leg, this mom has this feeling that like something is gonna go wrong, and that like I almost DNF'd the book at that point, not because I was not interested, not because I wasn't like eyes glued, but because I, as an anxiety sufferer, specifically around health and my children, can relate to this feeling so much that like there's so many times where I envision things going wrong. And is it like a mother's instinct, or is it like the Holy Spirit saying, whatever, something's going to happen, or is this just my anxiety and fear? And like, so having, putting myself in the shoes of that mother and then having her gut instinct to be right, is really stressful to me, because a lot of times I'm like, no, God did not give you the spirit of fear. This is Satan. This is being, you're being preyed on. This is spiritual warfare, et cetera, et cetera. That's how I like kind of talk myself out of those moments. And so having that confirmed, I was like, is this going to go well for me or not? And truthfully, I still don't know, because she's 17. Having a child with cancer is just a nightmare. And so we'll see how this goes. I'm assuming, though, this is going to take a thrillery turn. This says wonderful. One more chapter, don't eat dinner, stay up late sensation. And I am so excited to do that. It's got it's got pretty short chapters, multiple parts. And yeah, so far I'm loving this book. So there's that. And then my physical read, I will talk about it later, maybe not even today, because as you guys are learning through these vlogs, I am not physically reading very much. Last night I ended up physically reading for a little bit because what happened, I don't know, I can't even remember. You guys probably remember what we did last night better than I did. Oh, we tried to do the bowling. We tried to make the water bottles. By the time we finally got upstairs and everything, it was late, and I was just like mentally really drained. And so I read instead of doing Bible study, which is not, I need to finish the Bible study I'm doing because I'm not loving it and I'm ready to move on. And I should DNF, but I'm in the last week, so I'm not trying to do that. So, now I'm going to try to film one video, lift some weights, wash my hair, take an everything shower, and then make dinner and have an earlier night because tomorrow I'm going to have to do more filming, church, all the things again. So yeah, it's been a really good day, a big success for a day. My husband, I think, is going to take the kids to get ice. It is 100 and something degrees outside, so he's going to take them maybe to get ice and just to get them out of the house so I can film and lift by myself. So I don't know if any of those things are really going to be audiobook worthy though, so we'll see. I may update again. That may be all we got for today. So if that's it, we'll see you tomorrow. If not, I'll see you in a little bit.